Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss.
Apparently, Lashana is our new 007. Reports say the British actress who recently was in Captain Marvel will be the new Agent 007 in the next Bond film. Now, apparently, Lashana's character is not necessarily the new Bond, but just took over his secret agent number when he retired. What do y'all think about this casting and this new twist? Because there's been the debate, should it be a woman? Should it be a black person? They just pulled out all the stops and gave us a black woman. I love it.
In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Lashana Lynch, who was casted to play 007. As you all know, the 007 franchise is really coming to an end when it comes to the actor that has been playing the role for so many years. He has decided to retire, so they chose Lashana Lynch to basically take over. I don't know if she's going to take over the franchise completely, but she's gonna be in the next upcoming James Bond movie. So at first I was excited, but then when I started to think about it, I'm like, no, I don't like this. And I also questioned why there wasn't an outrage over her being casted for 007, but Halle being casted for Ariel was such a bigger deal. Because this, when it comes to the 007 role, this has been played by a white man for years. Before I was born, this character was played by a white man, and the fact that it's being taken over by a black woman, it sends red flags to me, because now that I'm woke to shit, it's kind of like, okay, I can't unsee it. So I'm questioning why all of a sudden they want to cast a black woman to play this role and why there isn't any outrage over this. And I'm going to break down my thoughts on why no one is really tripping over this. I haven't talked about this show on my platform at all. But back in the day, I used to be the biggest Scandal fan. I don't know what season. I don't remember the season where I fell off, because I never completed all of the seasons. Because when I became woke to this, which I'm about to break down, I stopped watching the show. And basically, this is a black woman who was given a role, Kerry Washington. And she is a successful woman. She has the career. Everyone looks to her to solve their problems, right? On this show, right? But when it comes to her being in a loving, caring relationship, with her being protected and provided for, that's not something that they portrayed on the show. And I didn't really agree with that. But one thing that they did do on the show, they made sure to overly sexualize her to make her more appealing to the white audience. Now, we all know that the writer for this show is a black woman. And sometimes I question things like, are black writers and producers writing stories like this for black women because they know that's what Hollywood wants to see? They know that's what people want to see, the media wants to see. They know that they have to get the attention of white people. And I think they create roles and characters like this for black women because they know by doing that, they're going to get the attention of white men, maybe white women. But I don't understand where it comes from, where it stems from. I really want your opinion on this. So I stopped watching this show because I didn't like how they basically made her a white man's whore. She was bouncing around from bed to bed, bed to bed, bed to bed. And I'm just like, why is it that when a black woman has the career, has is beautiful. She has the look, she has the career, she's beautiful, all of this. When it comes to the media and the stereotype that they push, they still label us like we're single or we're too masculine to be with a man. It just doesn't make sense. So when it came to Scandal, I didn't like it. Another show that I'm going to bring up next, it is How to Get Away with Murder. Viola Davis plays the main character, and again, they have her hopping from bed to bed. And I'm just like, now we all don't be out here thotting and trotting. And some of us are in marriages where we're loved, where we're taken care of, where we're also nurturing. I just don't understand. So I'm not here for this 007 movie, you guys. Once again, it pushes that stereotype, and I can guarantee you when it comes to this 007 movie, they're going to overly sexualize the hell out of her, because again, she is replacing a white man's role, and that's the only way that they will be able to do that and still, you know, bring in the views, still bring in the ratings that they need for this movie. Let me move on to my final thoughts. My final thoughts over this. And I know when it comes to like the black men, they always try to say that we are never satisfied. Like black women are never satisfied. We're never satisfied. We get that all the time. But you guys got to understand that we not just out here bringing up these issues and complaining about every little thing, because when it comes to situations like this, we are affected by it. Sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly. And this is why it's important that women like me, and this is why I refuse to make any other YouTuber that speaks on issues like this an enemy or someone that I'm in competition with. No, we're in this together because we are really trying to make some shit change. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are really trying to see a change, because this has got to stop. Now, I know I'm a lighter complected woman, but at the end of the day, if I have a daughter who's brown skinned, I want her to feel included. So one thing that I couldn't help but notice is that when it comes to being a brown skinned girl, a dark skinned girl, they always give roles to women like this, you know. And this is a beautiful girl, you know, and it sucks that the only time you guys can be represented is when it's with roles like this, where they masculate you because of the color of your skin. We all know why this woman was casted. We all know, and if you don't know, you should know now. This is why she was casted, because of her skin. And then lighter skinned women, racially ambiguous women, we get roles that are more feminine, like jumping the broom. I don't remember the Paula Patton. She gets roles like that. And then dark-skinned women, brown-skinned girls get roles like this. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see why this is such an issue? So when it comes to these roles, it sends a horrible message and enforces a overused stereotype. Black women as a whole and as a collective, we are constantly being masculated. And we need to be viewed as feminine. We need to be viewed more feminine. If you haven't checked out my Divine Feminine Energy series, I'll make sure to leave a link to that series down below in the description box. But that's all that I have for you guys today. I would love your opinion on this topic, so please comment down below. Please share your thoughts and opinions. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload. And I'll catch you in my next one.